How can we identify market behavior using just a few lines? Hi, I'm Tradiology and I hope you're doing well. I'd appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe to my channel before watching this tutorial. Alright, let's assume we have a price chart like this. How can we figure out which direction the market is more likely to move in? As we've learned before anything else, we must first draw the important price levels. The price is moving within this area. I'm sure it's happened to you many times that you've opened a sell position right on this resistance, and the market moved up several times, hit your stop loss, and then dropped. Firstly, there's nothing wrong with this as long as you have a strategy. Losing is part of trading, and you just need to keep your losses limited. Secondly, I want to teach you a method today that can help you optimize your trading systems so you get stopped out less frequently. If you want to sell at resistance or buy at support, it's better to use the MTR setup, which stands for Major Trend Reversal. Personally, I use this setup a lot, and I recommend you pay close attention so you understand the concept. If we have a resistance and the price is moving toward it in a channel or a trend, try to draw a trend line for this movement and wait. Wait until the price reaches the resistance and breaks our trend line. But not every breakout is valid. If strong full-body candles break this trend line, it makes the breakout valid. From this point forward, we have two types of traders. The first group is aggressive traders, who enter the trade right after seeing the breakout, and their stop loss is just above this price peak. The second group is low-risk traders, who wait for a pullback after the breakout. In any case, this zone is a good place to set the stop loss. Take profit should be based on the stop loss. Suppose your stop loss is 40 pips. You should never set your take profit to less than 40 pips because the reward to risk ratio should not be less than 1. This is especially true when your win rate is over 50%. More professional traders place their take profit at the opposite levels, for example, step by step at the valid, drawn supports. But beginner traders should trade based on fixed ratios. I'll cover this more in the money management lessons. Alright, let's move on to another example. We have a downtrend, and the price is moving within a large trading range. The MTR setup tells us not to buy here, but to wait for this trend line to break and then look for buying opportunities in these zones. For instance, seeing a full-body candle in these areas can be a good reason to enter a trade, and the stop loss is behind this level. So, for beginner traders, how should they place their take profit? Take profit should only be determined through backtesting. Meaning your job as a trader is to test this setup precisely for at least 100 to 300 times in past market data. That way, you'll understand what reward to risk ratio works best. Now I want to show you a slightly more difficult example. Alright, this is a resistance. I've drawn the trend line and I'm waiting for a breakout. I see an important sign here that makes me not want to enter this sell trade. The sign is that the breakout here happened with candles that have long wicks, which makes me doubt the validity of this breakout and choose to wait. If you see something like this, it's better to wait for a trading range to form here. And if you want to enter a sell trade, wait for the range to break downward, only then enter the sell trade. This is a very professional tip and requires a lot of experience. A very important note about this setup is that the trend line should not be too steep. Logically speaking, it's clear that when a price is rising with a steep slope, it's harder for it to drop compared to when the slope isn't steep. But always remember that even the best setups can fail, and this is not about selling dreams. So if, like in this case, your beautiful MTR setup ends in a loss, don't get upset or frustrated because financial markets are defined by both profits and losses. What matters is your overall outcome. Dear friends, I hope you all benefit from these lessons and succeed in your trading journey. I kindly ask you to support this channel by introducing me to your trader friends and subscribing so I can prepare even stronger and better content for you. Thank you.